Hello guys, and welcome to the Technical Outlook and Setups volume 18. Again, we're gonna have a look at how the market developed over this week and do we have any potential setups for the upcoming one. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Elia and I do weekly analysis and I do educational videos, so make sure to check them out. And if you like them and if you like the thing I'm doing, make sure to hit the subscribe button in order to support my channel, grow more and spread the knowledge. So let's go and see what do we have for the markets for the week ahead. As always guys, starting from the DXY, let's see what do we have here. Just by looking at the chart, this is the daily time frame. I can see price action is currently approaching a very strong level of supply. So if you have a look on the left, you can see price action was here 2 years ago. So this is really 2 years high, I can say. So very strong level, very strong area, because there is really not a key level here. Probably 99.40, something like this, or 99 is too much to the bottom. So you can see the last day is a little bit of an indecision. I did expect a hard high here. It kind of created it because it broke above the bodies here of this candle, but we're staying in this wick area here on the daily time frame. You can see it still hasn't hit perfectly this level, but I really think that we may have reaction from this kind of zone here. So I'm gonna mark it like this. You see we already had a single tap here. Overall price action is very bullish. We had this very nice 0.3 of the trend line here, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, massive push to the upside, break of structure. You can see here we had a very strong area. The price broke, had a quick retest and continued to push up. So what is my bias for next week? It's really hard to say. The structure is bullish, but I will just be monitoring for this daily supply area to see how the market reacts. I want to see a push here to see the reaction again. Price action is pushing down right now, looking like a higher low. So let's see how the market opens. I will not give any bias on DXY for now because just looking at the structure, I think it's bullish. You can see higher lows are being created and higher highs as well. But I'm really kind of worried about this level because this is a very strong supply area. So let's see what happens. I will make sure to keep you up to date with my bias for the DXY. Euro USD daily time frame, you can see a perfect downtrend here, picture perfect downtrend on the daily time frame. So very sell bias market, but we have another problem here. So price action is reaching into this very strong, you can see liquidity area where those 2 wicks were thrown and massive volume kicked in. So it looks like we're currently breaking below, but we have those kind of 2 indecision spinning bottoms, we may call them tweezer bottoms as well. So let's see how the market opens. So this is actually a lower low. So after a lower low has been created, we do expect some kind of a pullback for a lower high. If I just mark a quick area here from the daily time frame that I see, that can be a potential level on the 4-hourly. So you can see that was a very strong level here on the 4-hourly, holding for weeks. Price broke below, didn't come back for a perfect retest. So price action is too far away from it now. You can see it managed to break those 2 wick areas here, perfectly creating lower low and pullbacking right now for a lower high. So this looks very good for a sell opportunity. I will just mark this level and I will monitor in and around these areas here, but I will not allow for price action to break above this zone. So make sure you have on your charts this zone here, because price action may give us a gap up and find resistance here, then to continue to the downside. But the market is really bearish, which tells us that the DXY should continue pushing up. But we never know if the DXY finds resistance at the supply area we just mentioned. This may start pushing to the upside and we may have some kind of reversal. So price action is currently very close to 1.09. You can see missed by 4 pips. So I really want to see this level getting fulfilled because price action is very close. So I really think there is still space for one more sell on Euro USD. Let's see what happens. Euro JPY daily time frame. Here we have a very interesting situation. So I was buy biased here after I saw this daily candle sitting at this very strong liquidity area, and you can see price action found perfect support from here, and I think this is actually a Fibonacci level. You can see perfect tap to perfection at the 61.8% and 50% pocket. So I was bullish bias because I was seeing this kind of slowdown here of price action. And then we had the break, but you can see how the market closed with a massive rejection from the upside here from this level. Let me mark it for you. So this level perfectly reacted from here and started to push down. So let's see what do we have next week. I am a little bit more bullish than bearish on EJ, although the trend here is down, but I think from the daily we fulfilled this liquidity here and we're sitting currently on a daily Fibonacci. So what I want to see for long opportunities, pull back here for a double bottom, rejection or continuation to the upside, break of this level, retest back, and then we can look to ride this pair up to those resistance levels here at 120. So this is my overview on Euro JPY. Still struggling here. I think this may turn into a potential sideways moving market. So some accumulation may happen before this market reverses to the upside. So let's monitor closely for EU and EJ. I think if EU goes down to tap 1.09, I think this will pull back down as well for a double bottom, and then we can have very nice buy positions on both euro pairs. We'll be monitoring those closely. Aussie USD daily time frame. This pair has been very interesting for me this week. So I had two shorts in this one. The one was massive and the last one I lost at break even. I will show you. So daily time frame, what do I see? Very bullish push and then a quick pullback here with a lot of bearish momentum. So price action is starting to slow down, as you can see here. Push to the upside, failure, but then momentum doesn't succeed to push down. So that's a quick analysis on the daily. And when we have a look at the 4 hourly, you see clear downtrend here. I am short from this area. From here, a lot of confirmations here and rejections. Very nice push to the downside for a lower low. Pull back here. I missed this sale. Then price managed to pull back again. This is a double bottom. Price action pulled back and I took another short here from this area and got stopped out at break even. So price pushed down a very nice profit and then retraced all the way up. So I exited at break even. Then we had this massive spike to the upside again at this level. So as for my potential bias, I will just draw this thing in here and I will tell you that this is a potential consolidation area. I will be looking for clear break and retests of both sides. Just have a look at this resistance zone here, and this is my supportive region where price action created this double bottom. So let's see if price action manages to break above and retest. As we are bullish on EU, we should see this, and we should see the DXY falling as well. So I think pairs are aligning perfectly. This can be a push to the downside, a Fibonacci level on the daily time frame. Let's see, what do we have? Not quite much. You can see 61.8 here, 78.6 wasn't tapped, so it is not a Fibonacci level. But just looking at how price action is starting to slow down right now, I do expect a nice push to the upside, pull back for a higher low, and then continue to the upside. But price action can just break to the downside and continue flushing, so then I will be looking for potential lower high formations and continue to sell this pair. I always go with the flow of the market, so whatever happens, whatever movement occurs, I am making sure that I am jumping on the bandwagon. That's it. AJ daily time frame, very interesting price action here actually. Since the start of the week, we're having 5 dojis, so really no movement from this pair. you just see wicks to the upside, wicks to the downside, and really struggling to take a direction. I identified this daily level here, you can see, and you can plot it on your chart. That is a liquidity area here where price action just bumped into and started finding support. So checking the 4-hourly time frame, we should try to identify the support and resistance levels of this market. So I will just have this line here and I will create this little range. So again, guys, looking for a break and retest of those consolidation areas. I'm really not looking to sell at the top of the resistance and buy at the bottom, because you never know what will happen with a consolidation. Will it be a fake out? Will it be a real break? So I first want to see the movement and then pull back and then go with the trend. So I think this is about to go to the upside, just because after this massive bearish move, we just stopped moving and we started accumulating. So this can be a daily Fibonacci as well. And you can see on the daily a lot of wicks here, a lot of consolidation and gathering orders. I really don't know what's about to happen, but again, guys, make sure you wait for the break and retest and make sure you get on a higher probability setups. Don't try to trade the breakout because you will end up losing with this massive wick here. A lot of buy stops were taken above this range. Wicks here again, wicks to the downside. You see how far this wick spiked to the downside. A lot of sellers came into the market here and then lost their positions to the top. So a lot of confusion in and around these consolidation areas. So let's patiently wait for the break and then jump into the market. That's for AJ. NZD/USD daily time frame, I took a short position on this one and won a nice 6% on it. I will show you on the 4-hourly. So what do we have here? Very bullish bearish market, pull back here, lower high formation, continuation down for a lower low, and price action is currently starting to slow down. So where is actually price action right now? Really, if you have a look on the left, the last time price action was at this area is to 2015. So this is a very long time, and this is a very crucial low of this market. You can see the previous time was 2009. So very strong demand area for this one. Let's see what happens. I just plotted a quick horizontal line in there, and let's have a look at the 4-hourly. So my short was taken from here, I believe, and this push to the downside was my take profit. So price action then pulled back, rejected here and tried to push down, but it failed. And you see the last day was full with consolidation. So this pair again is starting to compress. If you have a careful look at it, you will see a triangular formation, something like this. So let's wait to see what happens. Really, price is creating higher lows here, lower highs. There should be some kind of divergence if you use RSI. But yep, higher lows, lower highs from the upside. I have a zone here, a simple resistance zone, and maybe potentially one to the downside. But I want to see this price action break above those levels and give me then a quick retest back to take a long opportunity, because I feel I am long on AU, EU as well. So NZUSD should start pushing up as well, because we are at those very crucial lows. But as always, we never know. Price action may decide to push to the downside here, break those areas, and then I will watch for a pullback to go short. But I will always make sure that I'm monitoring for this very strong demand area here. That is 4 years ago, if I'm correct. And yep, that is NZD/USD shortly, really watching for a breakout of this triangular formation. NZD/JPY daily time frame. So here I can read those daily candles a little bit more differently. The psychology behind is different. So you can see a lot of spikes to the upside. What does this indicate? Well, it indicates that buyers are failing to push the price higher and that there is still a lot of selling pressure from those areas. So I just plotted a quick resistance level here, 68,100 on my daily chart, and switching down to the 4-hourly, you can see how perfectly this level is being respected and how many times we've spiked above but we failed to continue. Another detail I can see is this corrective movement of price action. So it is actually creating higher lows. It's a bullish structure, but we are failing to break above this level. So this is a potential triangular formation, very nice pattern for a continuation of this downtrend. What I will be looking for though is a break of this structure here. So that is the last higher low. So in order for this bullish trends to be invalidated, I want to see a break below here and then look for potential retests of the level, the trend line, or potentially this level. But I don't think price action can go this higher if we break below. So I will just be looking for a new lower high formation. So very nice short for NJ, which kind of gives us a little bit of a hint to what is about to happen with NZD USD. But as I told you, very strong demand area there, yearly lows. So let's closely monitor the NZD pairs. USD Swissy daily time frame, very interesting formation here. As you can see, this little rectangle to here, perfect head and shoulders, actually left shoulder, head, spike above here at the highs, failure to break this liquidity spot here, then push to the downside, break of those levels and pull back to create the right shoulder, where a perfect short opportunity has presented itself. So looking very short, I'm very short bias on USD Swiss, break of structure, even break of this little higher low formation. So what I will be looking for next week is for price action to continue pushing down a little bit, then give me the pullback, or for price action to pull back from here to create a double top where I can take my sell position. This was a perfect sell position, but let's see if price action pulls back here to gather some more liquidity, or it continues to push down, and then we will watch for lower high formations. So you can see my first level of support will be at around those areas here, 98,500 if you want to be exact. 98,500 will be my first level that I will be targeting, and then you have very easy support and resistance level here for targets. But very nice formation here, daily head and shoulders, and you see a lot of evidence here that price action was struggling. Let's see if next week gives us a nice short on USD Swiss. USD JPY daily time frame, so very difficult pair this week. So you can see after market open, price action flushed to the downside and then immediately returned back and started consolidating here, hammer formation, and then we have this indecision with spike to the top. So looking at the 4-hourly, you can see here push to the downside and immediate return back and break of this bearish structure. So I started to think that this market is turning bullish, but I will still remain sell bias on UJ. So I am looking at this kind of structure here. I want to get it violated first, and then I want to see a pullback for a potential short. Or if price action decides to push to the upside and continue breaking, I will be monitoring very carefully for this kind of the supply area here. You can see a lot of wicks, boom, then we had the manipulation and massive flush to the downside. That's why I am short bias, because I think that sellers are still in control of this market, and this is just a healthy pullback to the upside to gather some more liquidity in order to push the market down. This looks very like NZD JPY, so let's see if UJ pushes down. I think NJ will follow. You can see how perfectly all of the pairs are correlating, and we even got a bias for the DXY, which is short bias because we look for shorts on USD Swiss, USD JPY, and we look for longs on EU, AU, and NZD USD. So let's monitor short bias on USD JPY. So let's have a look at what is happening with the GBP pairs. Again, we have Euro GBP and GBP USD. So daily time frame on EG, what can I see is a bullish push to the upside here on the daily time frame. It looks very bearish. This was actually a lower low being created here, and right now we're pushing up. Will this be a lower high formation, or we're having some kind of reversal here from the bottom? I saw a lot of wicks here to the upside, a lot of short opportunities in and around these area. The price action was not very nice. So let's see what happens. I can see some kind of a zone here. Probably we might have some kind of resistance from it. Yep, you can see the perfect demand zone here. Price taps here, finds a lot of support, but manages to break and retest. And you can see what was happening with price action this week. Very, very hard to be traded. Actually, I was looking for long opportunities after price broke this structure, came back for a retest, but fails to continue up, and it was just a lot of wicks and a lot of indecision. So really not a nice market to be traded this week. And again, we're having this bullish push here. Looks bullish on the 4-hourly. Looks like we're reversing to the upside, but really let's see what happens. I will still monitor what it will happen with this area here. I think that is a very strong zone here. So I will see when price action enters in and around here what will happen. Currently this is a buy market, so I will be looking for buys if price action gives me the pullback here to the trend line or to some kind of structure. I will be looking for long opportunities. So let's see if GBP USD confirms our bias. Exactly. So here we have very nice bearish structure. You can see on the daily a massive bearish engulf, and price action just continued to flush down. So this gives us a very nice indication of EG. So you can see break of structure, massive continuation down even without stopping. So let's have a look at what do we have. I can see here a potential support level. You can see here on the left support, support, again support and support. So let's see. I can see that price action is already starting to react, and this massive bearish candle here that closed on Friday. So I am sell bias on GBP USD. However, I'd like to see some kind of pullback to those areas here and a new lower high before I start to sell, because price action is currently at the bottom, and we don't want to be selling at the bottoms. We always want to sell high and then buy low. So that's for the GBP pairs. Let's see what reaction we have on GBP USD here. Let's see if it gives us the pullback to the upside and EG gives us the pullback to the downside. So they will be very nicely correlated. Let's see what happens. And finishing the video with a quick analysis on gold. So I did plot some key levels in and around here. You can have a look at them and you can implement them onto your charts. So this is my strongest support level, and this is my resistance area I'm looking at currently. So this was actually faked out and immediately kind of started pushing to the downside, and you can see on the 4-hourly that this is majorly respected. So what do we have here? A violation of this bullish trend line, continuation down, then a consolidation. I did expect some kind of a more of a bullish push to the upside before I take any shorts, but price action just decided to flush down. Perfect support here at my level, retest back at the consolidation, and currently we're looking at a break and retest of the range. So I'm short bias on gold. I want to see a little bit more of a push to the upside here at this intraday level here. That is the hourly, correct? So let's see what happens. I will be looking for something like this. Maybe a gap up, pullback here to create a lower high, but I'm still worried for the bullish pressure that entered in and around this zone. But you can see it fails to continue up, and we had immediate sellers coming into the market. So I am still biased on gold. You can see momentum is to the downside, and I do expect this commodity to continue flushing down. I hope it does. So that's for this week, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the analysis and found something helpful. Let me know, what do you want to see more? Do you want me to cover any other pair, or you want to see something more from me? So I'm still searching for ideas from you guys because I want to help you. Let me know what kind of topic do you want me to discuss this week, tomorrow, or probably later and during the next week. So again guys, if you enjoyed this video and you liked all of my videos, make sure to support me by clicking the like button, the subscribe one, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss when my analysis and educational videos come out. I wish you a killing week and we'll keep up to date in my Telegram channel. Thank you guys and see you soon.